Welcome to Crypto Millionaire Academy. Thank you for following the channel. Today's video is going to be about Bitcoin being the most oversold since 2020 crash. Can Bitcoin rebound to 70K next? This article can be found on Cointelegraph, written by Yasha Goya, reviewed by Alan Scott, staff editor. Bitcoin's latest oversold RSI mirrors 2020 and February 2026 setups that preceded 50% and 30% rebounds, putting 70K back in focus. Bitcoin is now flashing its most oversold signal since the COVID-19 crash, raising the odds of a relief rebound towards 70K in the coming weeks. Bitcoin's daily RSI has dropped to around 15, its most oversold reading since the March 2020 COVID crash. Similar oversold RSI readings in 2020 and February 2026 preceded sharp relief rebounds of about 50% and 30% respectively. BTC refuses to go under 60,000 amid extremely oversold conditions. As of Saturday, Bitcoin's daily relative strength index stood near 15.5, well below the 30 level that typically marks oversold conditions and its lowest reading since March 2020 market crash. The extremely oversold reading followed a roughly 30% decline in BTC over the past month as geopolitical risks, higher oil prices, fading hopes for a 2026 Federal Reserve rate cut, and panic over strategies latest Bitcoin sell weighed on sentiment. Oversold readings this extreme often appear near seller exhaustion zones where short-term buyers began positioning for a relief rebound. In 2020, Bitcoin's RSI dropped to around 15.56 before Bitcoin rebounded about 50%, helped by the Federal Reserve's emergency shift to near-zero interest rates and large-scale bond purchases. However, Bitcoin has also staged rebounds from deeply oversold RSI levels without major micro catalysts. In February 2026, for instance, BTC's daily RSI dropped to around 15.86 while price held above the 60K support area. This signal preceded a 30% recovery toward nearly $82,850. Bitcoin bulls are again defending 60K, with bears failing to secure a decisive breakdown despite high volume selling. Holding above this level increases the odds of an oversold bounce in the coming weeks toward the 20-day exponential moving average, the green line, at around $70,650. Conversely, a decisive break below 60,000 would weaken the rebound setup and open the door to a steeper drop towards the mid-50,000s, where Bitcoin may look for an oversold bounce. Bitcoin's bottom is close, analysts say. Bitcoin short-term holders are realizing the largest losses on records, according to check-on-chain data cited by crypto analyst Scott Melker. The short-term holder realized profit-loss ratio has dropped to a new all-time low, falling below levels seen in previous Bitcoin drawdowns. The metric tracks whether recent buyers are selling at a profit or loss. A deeply negative reading means new holders are exiting below their cost basis, signaling panic selling. Melker also noticed that roughly 5.3 million BTC held by long-term holders is now underwater, above the post-FTX peak and the highest level since the March 2020 COVID crash. Similar stress has appeared near past capitalization zones. Bitcoin bottomed near 15,000 after FTX before rallying 690% to around $126,000 in 2025. After the COVID crash, BTC rose about 1,700% from 3,800 to nearly 69,000. Sentiment has tracked price almost perfectly, Melker said, adding, traders were euphoric at the May peak, then hit peak despair on June 3rd. That's usually when the bottom is close, usually. So, if this is a Bitcoin bottom, we're close to a Bitcoin bottom around the 60K range. We are in a Bitcoin buy zone. Make your own decision, but I just thought you should know we are in a Bitcoin buy zone. If you are a long-term Bitcoin holder, this could be a really good place to grab some. If you're holding for the next 2 to 3 years, next 2, 5, 10 years, this could be a good place to grab some Bitcoin. I also think Ethereum is another one to watch out for, but I'll do another video on Ethereum. But I do think this level for Bitcoin is definitely a buy zone if you're a long-term holder. Thank you for following the video. Join us at Crypto Millionaire Academy. Get the next big crypto report, the next 100x coin. You can get that at cryptomillionaire.co. Go there to get our report, the next 100x coin. Thank you, guys.